Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Jerry Ball. I do apologize for being so slow to update all the episodes of this Let's Play. I know it's kind of weird since I've been working on this Let's Play since I think this summer, and this Let's Play is only going to be about 10 videos long, and I'm only on part 7 of this Let's Play right now. And there are only 8 worlds in this game in all, and we're on World 7, which is like one of the last worlds there are in this game. But well, all I can say is I try to update as frequently as I can, but real life is just getting in the way of a lot of that, honestly. Even though I'm out of college for the time being, I still have, like, work to deal with, I have obligations with other friends to deal with, I have other Let's Plays that I'm working on, and all these other projects and everything. So I really do apologize for that, but I'm going to make it up to you all today by bringing you this episode of Let's Play Jerry Ball, Let's Play Smart Ball, Let's Play Jerry Boy. So, in the last part, we finished World 6 and defeated a polar bear while the game lagged for whatever reason, and now we're going into World 7, which is a much more peaceful level than the previous one, as you'll see in just a bit. So World 7 is, as you can see here, on a hill. This is a hilly region, and look, and listen to this, we get the same music as we get in World 1, which is kind of interesting, so it feels like we're back near the beginning of the game, don't we? And we have these familiar black-nosed pigs jumping up and down and bouncing all around, and these familiar red mice. But here's something new. You see this boy that has a balloon, which for some reason killed me? These boys, I think they're boys. I don't know if they're boys or not. They're children of some sort, who carry balloons. Now, these boys are actually going to be very useful, because they're very useful for reaching high places, as you can see. But they won't go up high forever. After a while, they'll eventually sink back down. But this is actually good too, because by floating down here, we can access this doorway down here, in which there's a hyperactive pig who is on crack, and this flower, and I don't know what's inside it. It's an iron that I can't even go back down and get, because I can't drop through these ledges, and there were spikes preventing me from falling down further. Although I could just go through that door again, but then I think the iron won't be there. So I just gotta go through this pipe. Yeah, that's the other thing about this level, is that there are all sorts of these crazy pipes that for some reason lead to all these different places. And what's in this flower? It is a life. Okay, that's always good. And I bumped into a mouse. That is not good. Come on, how could I avoid bumping into a mouse? There we go. Let's see if I can reach that ledge up there. Well, hello? What do you mean I can't reach that ledge up there? Am I gonna have to wait for another one of those balloon boys to come by? Yeah, that's the other thing about this bridge here, is that the bridge falls apart, like London Bridge. It's falling down, right? Oh, come on, is a balloon boy ever gonna come? Okay, whatever, I'm just gonna bump into a mouse and die. Yeah, let's hope we can find one of those balloon boys instead, because I think riding those balloon boys is the only way to progress in this level. That is basically the key to clearing this level, is to find those balloon boys, hop on them, and just ride up them. And I'm using my magical fast forward button to speed up this riding process, because otherwise those balloon boys are slow. And there's a red mouse that I'm not going to bother with. And then we have these ledges where there are these flowers. But now do not be tempted to grab what's in those flowers, because that I think is the only way to go up here. And if you end up grabbing those jump things that are in those flowers there, then you just end up dying, and that is not a good thing. And then we have this river full of these angry piranhas. At least I think they're piranhas, because what other fish would just go out and kill you and whatnot? And I want to try to hit this fish by squashing down. There we go. I mean, I could just duck under it to avoid it, but the current's going the wrong way for me to be able to utilize that effectively. Ah, there's a fish! I want to avoid the fish! I gotta, like, play dodge the fish while I try to go in this crazy series of pipes. Yeah, well, gee, this reminds me of some crazy version of a Super Mario game. It reminds me of a Super Mario game on steroids from all these pipes that I have to go through. And why are these pipes so crooked and all? And I bumped into a fish. What a way to die, bumping into a fish. You won't believe in these platformers how many times a character could just die by bumping into a really weak enemy, right? I mean, there were even a few times in this game when I bumped into a green mouse, which is like the least dangerous of the mice in this game, because it just paces back and forth along a ledge, and it doesn't even drop on you unexpectedly like the blue ones do. But anyway, let's see what's in these other doors. What's in this door? It is a crazy pipe thing, of course, because every door in this level leads to a crazy pipe thing, and it's an H up. Good, that means we have 4 HP. There will be a boss later on in this game, but I totally went the wrong way. I guess I, for whatever reason, thought there was a door down there, but there is no door down there. We have to actually go over here. Well, gee, this is a great way to have Jerry lose weight, just by going through these pipes. And, angry fish! Oh my gosh, angry fish. I want to avoid the angry fish. Well, it's a good thing we can actually change direction while going through these pipes, and I just realized that I could actually just press up to destroy those fish. I can't believe I didn't realize that until just now. You could just... I guess up until now, I just thought that you had to be on the ground in order to stretch upward to defeat an enemy, but I guess that's not true. But anyway, now we have to ride on this balloon boy up there, because otherwise you need a jump to go up to those ledges. So I guess I take that back. I guess you could have taken the jump from those flowers down there, the flowers that I jumped across. I mean, that's one way to clear the level, is to grab the jump and then just start jumping up all these ledges, because the end of this level is basically at the top of this hill. But I guess that's just not a requirement. You can either use the jump or you can use those balloon boys. You have to use one of them in order to clear this level. But this is a pretty easy level other than that. Look, here's the end of it right here. And we get another town, just as we do in Jerry Boy. And another town that they for some reason cut out in Smart Ball. And why is there a person in a heavy coat here? We are not in the ice world anymore. And he's saying that King Tom's lair is on the peak. But it's weird. Before, this world was frozen. So, apparently, the wizard that Tom recruited used his sorcery to turn the world to ice. And those people are saying Jerry is missing, but I'm Jerry. I'm right here. Don't you recognize me? I'm Jerry. Tom was crowned king? Oh no, that is bad. This is bad. This is very bad. We have got to, stop this. I bet that was Tom's entire motive in this, was not only to get the lovely piece of ass that is Emmy, but also to be crowned king, because apparently you could not become king without marrying a queen, right? Or a princess in the case of Emmy. But I just realized something. Where was that old guy? Isn't there that creepy old guy that gives you free one-ups? Isn't he around here somewhere? Maybe I missed him back in that house or something. Maybe. That's what I'm betting he is. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't go into this house before. Tom and Emmy will be married soon. Oh, great. Poor Jerry. I know, right? I'm standing right here. Oh, there he is. There's the old guy. At last we are here. We can see the castle. I'll give you this. So yes, the next level in this game after this, after World 7, is basically going to be the castle where Tom is going to marry Emmy and where the evil wizard lives. But anyway, now let's go into World 7B, now that we got our extra 1-up that will not even matter because I'm playing Smart Ball now. I had 14 extra lives back when I was playing Jerry Boy, as you saw when I was in the town, but I only have 1 extra life here, so I have to be careful. But at the beginning of this level, there's fire! There's fire! It's raining fire all over the place! But we get a life, so that'll help. Now here is a red dinosaur. These red dinosaurs are basically just like the invincible blue dinosaurs that we saw in World 6, except they can also breathe fire, as you can see. In fact, they're so dangerous that I'm going to die against it. And this, I believe, is the first game over that I've ever gotten in this game, this Let's Play. But as you can see, it's not even gonna matter, because I'm just gonna start over at the very beginning of 7B anyway, with 3 extra lives to boot. So yeah, that game over is not really gonna matter, especially since I died at like the beginning of the level. I like it when that happens, when you get a game over and then it turns out that it doesn't even matter anyway, because you basically just go back to the same place and you don't even lose anything. I mean, I lost a few balls, but that was it. And I don't know why these stupid pools of water are here, but at least we got past the fiery portion of this level. Then what's this? An H-up, alright. And that's good, because since this is a B level, there's a boss coming up. Because at every B level, oh my gosh, there's a fiery orgasm creature. That's what I gotta call those things when those pink fireballs and red fireballs come together. It's a fiery orgasm creature. Because they get together and make fiery love and breathe fire like this invincible fiery dinosaur and go through the pipes, and I'm just narrating things without thinking about it, aren't I? And oh, look who it is! Look, there are those crabs again. There are those crabs that we saw in World 5. Apparently the ones in World 5 are ocean crabs, and these are river crabs. And the Pokemon Krabby, I believe, its species name is a river crab Pokemon. I believe that's what it was. That, I guess, is kind of interesting. And we get this weird platform thing in these levels. I think this game consists of a lot of these weird platform rooms, and I wanted to defeat that pig. That's one thing I don't like about this room in particular, is that if you're standing in front of a door and you press up, you actually go into the door rather than stretch upward to defeat an enemy. And yay, I got another H up, so that means I have 5 hit points total. That'll really help when it comes to the boss, although the boss of this world is not really that difficult, as you'll see in a bit. Oh, and there's an E. I want to get the E. I want to get the E. I want to get some E. I want to totally get some E and get really high off of it and everything, right? Yeah, let's go to a club and get some E, totally rock out and dance and get past this stupid boulder creature. Yay, I got some E. I'm gonna be very happy. I'm gonna be very high and happy with that E. No. I'm just messing around. E is like a short term for ecstasy, for those of you who don't know. So if you say that somebody's going to do some E, then that's right. And this item right here, this seed, is actually going to also be very important for fighting the boss of this world. This seed is going to be very helpful, and very few people realize this when playing this game, actually. This boss of this world, as I just mentioned, is not that difficult, and why did I even need that H-up? That's the thing about this game, is that you can have a maximum of 5 hit points in this game. You cannot get any more once you get 5. But this seed is going to be very important. I'm just going to duck under these fish. Ah, not that one. Okay, fine, whatever. I can only duck under 2 of the fish. But down here is where the boss is going to be. And here I'm going to show you why the seed is so helpful. So we get this waterfall and this grassy platform, and I'm planting the seed right there. This seed is basic. So there's the boss of this world is this fish that has a saw-like fin. And then he's eventually going to ride up that waterfall, crash back down, and then he's going to pace back and forth, and yeah, he has a really simple attack pattern. He has, like, one of the most predictable attack patterns of all, and then occasionally a ball will fall out of the waterfall while that fish is doing that saw thing back and forth. But here is why the seed is so useful, is, as you can see right now, I'm just resting on this seed platform, and that fish can't even touch me when I'm doing that. So that's the reason why I say that the seed is really helpful against this boss fight. And it also gives me a good position to launch balls from while the fish goes up the waterfall. I don't even know what kind of fish he is. I guess he must be a salmon, because salmon, I think, are the only kind of fish I know of that are able to climb up waterfalls like that. But hey, we defeated the boss already. But the strange part is, even though we defeated this boss, the fight is not quite over. Now he's sending its bones at us, and it's pacing back and forth again, and what is going on? And then it'll pace back and forth a little more, and now when it's defeated. Yeah, so that was weird. That was kind of weird. Seriously, that was one of the weirdest boss fights ever. Not only was the boss really predictable and easy, but after we defeated him, he just kind of sent his bones flying at us and then just paced around for a bit. In fact, I think that if I had actually bumped into one of those bones after defeating the boss, I probably would have run the risk of dying anyway. And I think that happened to me a couple of times when I played that game in the past. I thought the boss fight was over, but then as bones hit me, I was like, oh shit, I'm dead! But anyway, fortunately, since I knew about that, that didn't happen. So now we are at the end of World 7. See, I told you, World 7 is relatively easy, especially compared to World 6. But that is 7 worlds down and 1 world to go. We are about to go into the last world of this game, and it is a really awesome level. After this, the only thing left is the evil wizard's castle. So, stay tuned for part 8 of Let's Play Jerry Ball, in which we will infiltrate this castle and rescue Emmy from the clutches of the evil Tom and his evil wizard apprentice. Master, I should say. Maybe. Something like that. Anyway, stay tuned.